In a quiet little village nestled between whispering forests and golden meadows, there stood an ancient oak tree that had witnessed centuries of stories. Its majestic branches stretched high into the sky, appearing to touch the stars themselves, while its roots curled deep into the earth, intertwining with the very essence of time. Hidden among its strongest limbs was a small wooden treehouse, a whimsical retreat that seemed to beckon the imagination. To the untrained eye, it appeared quite ordinary: weathered wood, a rope ladder swaying gently in the breeze, and windows that peeked out like sleepy eyes, all contributing to its charm. Yet, for Lily and Noah, the spirited brother and sister duo, this treehouse was no mere structure. It was a secret doorway to an enchanting world filled with wonder. Every evening, just as the sun began to dip below the horizon and the sky transformed into a canvas of soft purples and blues, the siblings would embark on their cherished ritual. They would climb the creaking ladder, each rung a step into their fantastical realm, until they finally reached the wooden floor of their magical hideaway. The air inside was thick with the scent of pine mingling with the musty aroma of old books, creating an atmosphere of nostalgia and adventure. Candles that never melted flickered gently in the corners, casting a warm golden light that danced across the shelves, illuminating the treasures that lay within. And oh, those shelves! They were a cornucopia of wonders, tiny seashells that whispered secrets of the ocean, maps that glowed faintly in the dark, and ancient tomes so old that their pages shimmered like starlight, inviting the curious to explore their mysteries. Lily would often reach for a book, her fingers grazing the worn leather cover, while Noah would hold up a seashell to his ear, listening intently as if it held the echoes of waves crashing on distant shores. In their treehouse, time stood still, and reality faded away, replaced by the magic of their imaginations. As they shared stories of brave knights and far-off lands, the treehouse transformed into a castle, a spaceship, or whatever their hearts desired. It was a sanctuary where dreams took flight and the outside world felt like a distant memory. Each night spent in their lofty retreat deepened their bond, creating memories that would last a lifetime. In this little village, under the watchful gaze of the ancient oak, Lily and Noah discovered not just a treehouse, but a universe of possibilities, a testament to the beauty of childhood and the magic that lies in the simplest of places. But the greatest treasure of all, gleaming like a beacon in the dim light of the room, was the wooden chest resting proudly in the center of the floor. Its lid, a masterpiece of craftsmanship, was intricately carved with swirling designs of moons and suns, as if they were dancing together in a cosmic ballet. When Lily gently lifted the lid, a warm glow spilled out, revealing a book that seemed to pulse with life. Each night, this enchanted tome held a new adventure, a fresh journey waiting to unfold before them. This evening, as the soft glow illuminated her face, Lily traced her fingers along the embossed letters, which shimmered in radiant gold. The words seemed to leap off the page, whispering secrets of far-off lands and mythical creatures. Wherever you wish, the treehouse will take you. Close your eyes, breathe deep, and dream. Lily turned to her little brother Noah, whose eyes sparkled with a mix of excitement and curiosity, reflecting the light of their magical discovery. "Where shall we go tonight?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper, as if speaking too loudly might shatter the enchantment. Noah, His imagination already soaring paused for a moment, lost in thought. Then, with a hushed enthusiasm, he leaned closer and whispered, "Let's visit a place where dragons fly across the stars, weaving through constellations and igniting the night sky with their fiery breath." Lily's heart raced at the thought. Together, they would embark on a journey that would transcend the boundaries of reality, exploring realms where their wildest dreams could take flight. As soon as the words left his lips, the treehouse shuddered with an energy that felt almost alive. The walls began to swirl, twisting and turning like a spinning wheel in a child's dream, while the air around them filled with the intoxicating sense of fresh rain and ancient magic. A gentle whoosh enveloped them, lifting them away from their familiar surroundings. When the world settled once more, Lily and Noah blinked open their eyes, only to find that the view from the treehouse window had transformed completely. Gone was the sleepy village they knew so well. Instead, a breathtaking panorama stretched out before them. Rolling emerald hills, undulating like waves in a sea of green, silver rivers glistening in the twilight, reflecting the last rays of the sun like 1,000 tiny mirrors. And in the distance, a magnificent castle that seemed to pierce the clouds themselves. High above, a dragon soared, its wings sparkling with a silver luminescence that caught the eye and ignited the imagination. With hearts pounding in excitement, the children descended into a meadow that was nothing short of enchanted. The ground was carpeted with flowers that glowed softly, each petal radiating a gentle light akin to tiny lanterns flickering in the dusk. As night began to drape its velvet cloak over the land, fireflies danced lazily around them, leaving trails of gold that twinkled like stars come down to earth. Suddenly, the soft sound of footsteps broke the serene atmosphere. Slow, steady, and imbued with kindness, emerging from the shadows was a tall wizard, his robes shimmering with stardust, capturing the light and reflecting it in 1,000 colors. His eyes, warm and wise, held the depth of ages, and he greeted them with a gentle smile. "Welcome, young adventurers," he said, introducing himself as Elion, the guardian of this wondrous kingdom. With every word he spoke, the air seemed to hum with possibilities, inviting them to explore the mysteries that awaited just beyond the horizon. "The dragon you see," Elion said gently, his voice resonating with a mix of reverence and urgency, "is our protector. His majestic form glimmers in the sunlight, a symbol of hope and strength for our land. But alas, his magic crystal, the very source of his power, has been stolen by a wicked sorcerer who dwells in the ominous Tower of Shadows. Without this crystal, the dragon grows weaker, his scales dulled, and our once vibrant land begins to fade into darkness." Lily and Noah exchanged determined glances, their hearts swelling with newfound courage. "We'll help you," Lily declared, her voice steady and resolute. Noah, gripping his trusty notebook as if it were a sword, nodded fervently, a fire igniting in his eyes. Elion, sensing their bravery, handed them a glowing map that pulsed with ethereal light. Its paths shimmered faintly, revealing an intricate tapestry of enchanted forests, sparkling rivers, and towering mountains that wound their way toward the sorcerer's lair. With each flicker of light on the map, anticipation coursed through their veins. And so, with their mission set, their extraordinary journey began. As they stepped into the enchanted forest, the air thickened with magic. Towering trees, ancient and wise, whispered secrets like old storytellers, their gnarled branches swaying gently as if in rhythm with the heartbeat of the earth. Leaves glistened with dew, catching the light like tiny jewels scattered across a verdant carpet. It was a realm where time stood still, and every rustle of foliage felt like a beckoning call. Suddenly they stumbled upon a wise old owl, perched regally atop a branch that seemed to touch the very sky. His eyes, deep and knowing, glinted with wisdom. "Answer my riddle," the owl hooted softly, his voice a melodic whisper that danced through the air. "And I shall guide you on your quest." The riddle hung in the air, slow and puzzling, like a thick fog that needed to be cleared. Yet, with laughter and teamwork, Lily and Noah delved into their thoughts, weaving through the enigma together. Each wrong guess was met with giggles. Each correct answer brought them closer to understanding. Finally, with a triumphant shout, they cracked the riddle, and the owl, pleased, spread his magnificent wings wide, revealing a secret path that wound deeper into the heart of the forest. With hearts full of hope and minds racing with possibilities, Lily and Noah stepped forward, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Their adventure was just beginning, and the light of their friendship shone brighter than any crystal could ever hope to illuminate. Next, they crossed a rainbow-colored bridge that arched over a river singing with music. The river's waters sparkled with tiny stars, and fish leapt gracefully, glowing like jewels. On the bridge, a playful fox appeared, its fur shining like copper under the moon. The fox danced around them, leading them across safely. As night grew darker, they entered a cave lit by thousands of glowing fireflies. The tiny creatures circled around them, lighting the way like floating stars. Noah wrote in his notebook, "Magic is everywhere if you look closely." Finally, after many gentle steps and dreamy discoveries, they reached the sorcerer's tower. It was tall and twisted, black smoke curling from its windows. But inside, it wasn't anger they found, it was loneliness. The sorcerer, cloaked in shadows, looked surprised to see them. His voice was heavy when he said, "I took the dragon's crystal because I was afraid of being forgotten. Without magic, I am nothing." Lily's heart softened. She stepped closer and whispered, "You are not nothing. Magic isn't about power. It's about sharing and kindness and light." Noah added softly, "If you return the crystal, you won't be alone. The whole kingdom will remember you, not as a thief, but as a friend." The sorcerer's eyes filled with tears. Slowly, he lifted the crystal from his cloak and placed it in Lily's hands. When the crystal was returned to the dragon, the sky lit up in a shower of stars. The dragon roared, not with anger but with joy. Its silver wings sparkled brighter than the moon, and as it flew across the heavens, the kingdom bloomed with magic again. Flowers opened, rivers glowed, and laughter filled the air. The dragon bent its great head toward the children. In a voice as soft as a lullaby, it said, "Thank you, little dreamers. You have reminded us all that true magic is courage, kindness, and imagination." The children climbed back into their treehouse. The air shimmered, the world spun gently, and with a soft whoosh, they were home again. The chest closed, the candles dimmed, and the stars outside twinkled peacefully. Lily yawned, curling into her blanket. Noah placed his notebook under his pillow, smiling sleepily. The treehouse will always be waiting, Lily whispered. And so will the next adventure, Noah replied. And with that, their eyes grew heavy. The night wrapped around them like a soft blanket, and they drifted into dreams filled with silver dragons, glowing flowers and starry skies.
I hope my story have brought good sleep to your child. I wish to bring same story to your children in future. Again, if you like my video, then please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. See you on the next video.